The war in Kosovo was a confrontation between barbaric killing and necessary force, between vicious intolerance and respect for human rights, between tyranny and democracy. We prevailed because our alliance was unified and strong. Most important, we succeeded because our cause was right and because of the people of Kosovo. Beyond all the questions of tactics and politics, our campaign was premised on a fundamental question of justice. Would the world's greatest alliance stand by and watch an entire ethnic community be abused and expelled from its home in NATO's front yard? The answer had to be no. For more than 11 weeks, our alliance and the people of Kosovo held firm in our resolve despite setbacks and a loud chorus of critics, carpers, and prophets of doom. We showed the world what is possible when diplomacy and force work side by side in support of values. In the days that followed the end of the air campaign, I visited a camp for Kosovar refugees in Macedonia. I remember walking through the dusty, sweltering city of 20,000 deportees, most very young or very old. A little boy carried a hand-lettered sign reading, "I love America." At the top and at the bottom, "I want to return to Kosovo." I stopped and spoke to his mother, who told me the boy's grandfather had died on the way out of Kosovo, and that his grandmother, if she had survived, was still in Pristina. I was then invited into a tent where a small group of women and few children had assembled. They spoke of their eagerness to go back, and I urged them to be patient. But I also told them that when they get back, NATO would be there to help them lead normal lives. And thanks to the efforts of men and women of KFOR, we were able to fulfill that promise. Just a month later, I returned to the region and spoke to a very large crowd assembled in Pristina. And it was a time of emotion, of grief and joy, and anger and hope. The years of grinding repression and the horror of ethnic cleansing were over. The fighting had ended, the refugees were returning, the displaced were reclaiming their homes. At long last, Kosovo was free. The time had come to begin a new era in this storied land as part of a new start for the entire region. Much has changed since that July day 20 years ago. During these past 2 decades, the people of Kosovo have shown the world they are committed to peace and to building a new and democratic nation. The international community provided a protection and a start, but the people of Kosovo are doing the rest. Men and women of every age and ethnicity have worked to lay the groundwork for democracy. You have formed political parties and held elections. You have developed an independent media, launched civil society organizations, and established a judicial system. You have created governments at the central and local level and worked constructively with the international community. You have moved closer to the day when Kosovo will be a completely normal country in the UN and fully integrated into the Euro-Atlantic community. This has been a lot of work, and the people of Kosovo have reason to be proud. The international community will always be looking closely at your progress in forging a government that serves the people, at the depth of your commitment to democracy, and at your success in creating Kosovo. We will never forget about you. Your future is up to you. Your friends are clear-eyed, and we remain confident that you will succeed. Through organizations such as the Democratic National Institute, which I'm proud to chair, you will continue in your work, and we will support you. And it's wonderful to be welcomed here. May Kosovo prosper and live forever. And let me now introduce the man that really was responsible for all of this, the 42nd President of the United States. President Clinton, I have to tell the story, which is This was not an easy decision, as you can imagine, and we had a lot of discussions, and President Clinton wanted to make sure that Kosovo was safe. And on the night the bombing started, he called me in the middle of the night, and he said, "Madeleine, the planes have left. We are doing the right thing." And I said, "Yes, Mr. President, we are doing the right thing. It was an honor. You always do the right thing."